Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about my reading prompts for February 2020. So something that I like to do each month is to make a list of prompts for me to try and fill out throughout the month with my reading. I have a giant list of things I want to fill out over the year. I'm trying to slip them into books to do each month. Some of my prompts came from a January bingo that was posted to a Facebook group that I'm in for book readers, bookaholics it's called. So I've actually added them to my list, and then I'm also doing the Sugar Pop 2020 reading challenge, and then I also have some personal reading challenge I've also set for myself. And there is also a 2020 general reading challenge where you get one prompt per month. So the prompt for February was to read a book that is also a movie. However, I've read Girl on the Train in January. I was planning to read in February, so I did them kind of backwards. And January's prompt was to read a book with a colour in the title, which I started reading White Teeth for that one. So I've ordered White Teeth from the library to try and finish reading that as that prompt. My Facebook group didn't really set any prompts to read in February, but I've set some of my own. So I've got read a book with fireworks on the cover, which was actually a January prompt, and read a book with an upside down image on the cover, which was also a January. Read a book about a book club, another January prompt. But because I was going into the library anyway, I was like, okay, well, I'll grab some books about these things. Mostly because I was able to talk to a librarian while I was there and be like, hey, do you know of any books with an upside down image on the cover? And she actually knew from the top of her head, so that was sensational. I love librarians like that. So behind me, I have a little shoebox with a world map on it that I've put a bunch of different reading challenges in. And each month I'm going to pick out 5 to 7 challenges depending on a game. You'll see when I film that at the end of the month. So I picked out some prompts at the end of January for February, but I forgot to film it, sorry. And the prompts that I got were to read an Australian author, who I'm going to read Lynette Noni, I always screw up her name, an author whose last name starts with O. I've already read Heartstopper Part 2 from Alice Oseman, so that's done. A hyped band book, which I'm going to be reading The Great Gatsby for that one. An author whose last name starts with Y, which was Brenna Yovanov, I think I said that right, and a book called Fiendish. I got a mystery thriller anthology or collection, H.P. Lovecraft. I also pulled LGBT author or book whose surname starts with A. So that's going to be Aristotle and Dante. I've forgotten who the author is. I'm going to put the cover here. That's currently in transit on the way to the library. Well, seeing as that was going to be a really short video, I guess I will talk slightly about the books that I plan to read for these prompts. So a book about a book club is The Guernsey Literary and Potato Pie Society by Mary Ann Schaffer and Annie Barrows. So this is about a woman post-World War II. She is a writer, and she receives a letter from somebody in Guernsey. So I chose this book because honestly the title is so quirky. Potato Peel Pie Society. I have questions. I need them answered. So I'm really excited to read this one. It is an adult fiction book. I'm not sure what genre, it's not marked, and it's not on the copyright page. So it's going to be interesting to find out more about that. That's going to be in my February library book haul review. So it took me a really long time to find a book that had fireworks on the cover, and I'm guessing that qualifies? I don't know. They're drawn, but I'm going to say it qualifies. So this is Alice Miranda in China by Jacqueline Harvey. I haven't read the synopsis for this, it was a prompt. Yeah, it's a children's book. I'm assuming that it's number 14 in an Alice Miranda series, I'm not sure. Read a book about a book club. another January. Whoops, that was up the right way. The book I chose for my upside down cover prompt was The Other Side of the World by Stephanie Bishop. It looks so weird seeing a cover upside down. I keep picking it up like that, and that is wrong. Again, this is another adult fiction book, and it's classed as domestic fiction. That's going to cover that prompt. So I have a big list of other reading prompts that I may end up picking another couple from, depending how the month goes. I mean, it is a short month, but also like these books aren't particularly thick, especially The Great Gatsby, and like depending how many stories I read for Lovecraft. Lovecraft stories are only about 25,000 words, and The Great Gatsby is like this thick. So I'm also currently reading The Road by Cormac McCarthy because my cousin just really wants me to, and I had a couple of days left in January, so I was like, I might as well start it. And plus I wanted to read something while the February prompts came through, and the group doesn't have any prompts. They do have some admin picks. The 4 prompts that my book group has put up on Facebook are The Terror by Dan Simmons, Ghoster by Jason, The Queen and I and Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe by Heather Weber. So depending how the month goes, I might try to squeeze those in as well. And then hopefully my library has them. If I'm going to read them, I probably need to put them on hold now because it takes a couple of days for them. Okay, I think that's all that I've got for this video. That was short. If you guys have any other prompts for me to complete in February, comment them down below. I am more than willing to try. And if you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more bookish content from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!